I love clothes ever since I can remember. I think since I was almost a teenager, I think that if there was a new trend, there was a new pair of shoes, I had to have it. I grew up in Zambia and I moved back to India when I was 15. Went to the British school here in Delhi, and during my last year of school, I was spotted by Rohit Khosla in a nightclub, and he asked me to model for him. And that's how my exposure into the world of fashion, that's where it all began.
Taking a cue from a short stint in modelling and the opening of NIFT in India, the foremost fashion institute in the country, Ashish Soni's tryst with fashion began.
My father actually saw this ad which was for NIFT opening in India. And he suggested to me, have you looked at this? Why don't you consider it? Fashion had sort of taken off in India. It was just on the beginning of it was almost at its infancy stage. And so I started assisting Rohit Bal. Right after that, in 1995, I launched my own label, and that's where the story began.
Is everybody ready?
As Ashish Soni's team prepares for the third Fashion Week in New York, his wife Michelle Grewal, a former TV presenter and national squash player, talks about fashion, family and New York.
We're best friends before we're anything else. Like I said, it's been a hectic time, especially these last 3 years with New York Fashion Week happening to us. I still remember when we received the invitation for New York Fashion Week from Fern Malice. It was the biggest high at that point in our lives. It was absolutely incredible.
3 weeks to go and Ashish's collection is soon going to be packed and sent to the Big Apple. The inspiration this time is Game On.
This is my Spring 08 collection. As you can see, lots of sportswear inspired elements. And when I say sportswear, I'm talking about inspired elements. It's nothing that you'd actually go and find in a sportswear shop. Just bits and pieces of contemporary modern activewear ideas that are blended into the feel that I wanted to create this season. Just the trimmings are completely sporty, as you'd see it on literally on a sports bra. This is a racerback vest which I've converted into a dress, and it has all the Gujarati paneling at the bottom of it. Again, I'm not really known for somebody who does bling, so I thought, why not actually use that? And this is my anti-bling look for the season, where we've actually taken the stones and covered them. So you still get a hint of what's beneath, but not all of it. And then, of course, this is something that's I'm very passionate about right now. It's actually my yoga print. If you look at it closely, it's probably every asana in the book that we've picked up, and it's contemporary India. It's a part of India that they all understand, perhaps know a little better than we do these days. And so I'm hoping that collectively and the other thing that's new for me is the introduction of a little bit of color, and ideally it's these everything is belted. It's a very high-waisted sort of look for the season.
Over the years, the ups and downs in the fickle fashion world have helped Ashish evolve a clear design ideology.
After that, actually, when I started working, I only did men's clothes for the first 5 years of my life. And thereafter, there was no market, nothing was established. There was one store in Delhi, one in Bombay. So now that when I look back at it, I think those first 6-7 years were probably, they were the most difficult years. They're not things that people understand now. The platforms are there, the media is far more aware. There's FDCI, there's the fashion weeks. There's so much happening for a young designer today that wasn't when I was fresh out of college. So I think those formative years were, and perhaps that struggle was in a way very informative, which was that it sort of made me differentiate, this is what I really like to do, and this is what I can do. So you went, since there was no market, you were trying to develop things and perhaps do things that you weren't good at.